Welcome to United Jews channel.
What do you think is the division of, conservative versus liberal in the age of Russian Jews, and why is that?
All right, let me check my latest statistics. Hold on a second. I think the threshold lies about 48 and a half, give or take.
I'll probably grant you that.
So anybody who is younger than 48.
I'm joking, right? But
no, is more liberal.
Yeah, you're doing better than you think.
The more
it is 48 and a half.
Okay. So I'm a friend.
That's very actually interesting because I have friends who are much younger who are kind of conservative, and I'm thinking maybe it's years spent in the Soviet Union. I don't know. I'm thinking how could people who had pretty much the same experience, they grew up in the same environment, moved to the United States and then became so different. I'm just curious because the background is mostly the same for many people, many Russian Jews, right? We all went through no freedom of speech, right? Went through Soviet system of education, Marxism, Leninism, whatever that was, how come people are so different if they went through this? I know some people never, studied at school or don't remember their time at school and don't remember studying anything. But I'm just curious, people who went through the same thing, I mean, what made them so different? I'm just, it's a mystery for me. That's why I'm asking.
It's not mystery for me. I believe people genuinely different. They might come from different backgrounds. They might come. It's like you can check. I don't know, you and your family might have different views. That's why a lot of times we have this conflicts at the dinner tables in the family, where people mainly they eat same food. They even come from same parents in some sisters and brothers, cases, but they have different beliefs. The beliefs are something that we attain. We're not born with that. Yes, we had same background. We might be closer in age with Dan, but he believes the government can solve a problem, and I believe that government creates the problem. That's it. So mainly that's that.
Did I ever state anything that you just quoted?
Sorry?
Did I explicitly say? Did I say specifically that government can solve the problem? Did I?
No, it's just example. I don't believe you think that. I don't even believe you believe that. But you pronounce yourself progressive, so and I
progressive
pronounce
doesn't mean that. See, the thing is, okay, we're thinking in stereotypes. That's really what
exactly, yeah,
what turns me off in the discussion, right? So progressive means big nanny state, big taxes, everybody's equal, bread lines. We can go very far with that, right? And at the same time, like some people, not me, of course, think, oh, conservative, these are, guns, Bible, anti-abortion, and, QAnon, right, as extreme, right? So if we start labeling each other, again, there is no dialogue, right?
Mm-hmm.
No point. I think, did you come across this guy named Dmitry Abramson? He is pretty prominent, or wasn't pretty prominent in the anti-Trump groups. So here I tell you where I came across him.
I know.
But he is a Republican. He was a Republican up until he wrote a lot of very interesting, detailed articles on specifically analyzing why many Russian-speaking immigrants and Jewish people specifically who came from Soviet Union, supported Trump specifically. I don't agree with 100% of his analysis, but he has some very good points. This is pretty.
Yes, I just wanted to comment that he did appear in the political group, which has just close to 600 people, where I am the admin. It's a political
Which one?
group for Russian Politica Bay Area. And
Oh yeah. Okay,
he was
okay.
there, and he was obviously he was asked a lot of questions, and just not people disagreed with him at everything he said. Basically, a lot of people disagreed
Okay.
with him, and he obviously left very quickly because he said
Well,
he
I
doesn't
left very quickly
need that.
because I was hurled personal insults. I'm not going to name names. You saw them. I left that group because instead of arguing with my views, people attacked me personally. Right? They call me names.
Yeah, we
So
tried to
I'm
stop
not
that, but
surprised.
it's well, the group naturally had I could actually I should have measured the average stay of a liberal in that group. It's very short, it's just a couple days probably, because people can't survive in the atmosphere of discussing the points. Sometimes it wasn't an insult, it was even discussing the points. And I remember one person left, and the way she left, she posted a door, like kind of like with a leg, like it was a cartoon. Like she wanted to show everybody that she's leaving because she can't stand where she is. I'm thinking there's a lot of drama going on, and there are people in the group who really want discussions. They do want discuss, but it's very hard to find a person who wants to stay and keep the conversation going. And I don't know what it is. It's just Dmitry was there as well, and basically all conservatives disagreed with him. Everything he said, they said it's nonsense, we don't want to hear it, it's BS. So that's what it was on that particular person. That's all I can say.
He is conservative himself, actually. He was a Republican, as he shared many times. So he's definitely not, the typical liberal. He was just specifically explaining what he was against Trumpism, which is a whole separate subject. So we can, discuss it later. But I think what is, it's just another example. And also, an important point, it's very easy to post something really attacking that person on Facebook, like when you don't see the face and don't talk like we do, right? It's very easy to write something and just leave, right? It's a natural human thing, you want to hurl something and leave, right? You don't care. Also, people always get stressed, and I get stressed too. I was looking for a job, why would I expose myself voluntarily to some extra stress, which doesn't change anything, right? So it's always like masochistic.
Yeah.
How do you think we can communicate? I mean, it looks like we have a civil conversation right now. I think everybody respects each other, and I didn't even know you are. You actually, I mean, you supported that. You were against renaming schools. That was interesting to know. You were. I mean, one would think, oh, he is completely left. He's, and you actually pick and choose. You actually care about each issue separately, how to react, which is great. Then it means you're not like a sheep, because some people just follow whatever. So
See,
it's great. I mean, I don't want to label anybody, I'm just saying that some
that's right.
people
But you
follow.
are. See, that's what you're doing.
Well, so what would you recommend for other people? We can't have Zoom conversations with everyone.
Right.
Is there another solution to uniting people?
Well,
And
I don't know, Tanya. This is a $1 million question, right? This is really important. See, people are right now, because of this and because of politics, people are very, very isolated and not trusted each other, right? I mean, I don't know you guys personally. I see you for the first time. I'm just a very open person. I don't hesitate to share my views, but I can see why somebody would hesitate, right? Because I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe you're going to post me to some, right-wing blog and say, hey, go find this guy and beat him up, right? I know you wouldn't, but
I know, but right doesn't do it that much as left between us. Would you
oh,
believe that?
really?
Yeah.
No, no,
N-
no, no.
really?
Yes, I
Well,
definitely.
we don't see them, Tatiana, because we live in California. In other places, they probably do.
They do.
Okay.
They do a lot of other bad things. All extremes with resort to violence are unacceptable. End of story. Um, to your question, and I think we're just about to close, right?
Yeah, me
Um,
too. Yeah.
I think people have to get out of their comfort zones. I have to get out of comfort zone of saying, hey, no, everything that's liberal is good, because I know it's not true, right? I would suggest that my respectful opponents have to get out of the comfort zone and say everyone that's liberal is bad. It doesn't make it feel good, but it may be a path to solution, because I think the only way for people to coexist is to do some kind of a compromise, right? Reasonable when you can, but everybody has to make a step. I don't know what Michael and Igor think about this. I think it's based on respect, if the person deserves it, and sort of what you're starting from. We want to peacefully coexist with everybody. We don't want to push people out, unless they really want to be pushed out. So I think it's talking, right? How we talk, have to figure out.
I agree with everything you said.
I totally agree. I think when people communicate on Facebook, because there's most communication happens on social media these days. People don't call each other, or people don't meet that much on Zoom. I think there's got to be some rules. So I have an idea that if somebody would invent the rules of communication and everybody would be so strict on those rules, then we would get to the bottom and understanding of each other, because right now there are no rules.
Well, there's etiquette, right? There's some remainders of etiquette, right?
I think no, it's not what I'm saying. It's not about even etiquette. Etiquette is, of course, who would say no, of course. I'm saying about how you discuss things. Because what I see is people jumping from subject to subject, and it's such a mess, and it's like you don't even remember what you started with. And then how can you even deeply get into the understanding of the subject? That's what I'm talking about. I was talking earlier about 5 whys, something like that, unless you answer that thing, your answer and then why, your answer and why, answer why. I mean, something structured, because people are lacking structure in communication. That's what I think. I could be wrong, but I need more structure personally. So.
Yeah. So.
All right. Thanks, everyone. And I hope we'll see you guys again, and
Yeah,
have a great
thank you.
evening.
Thank you for organizing this. Have a great evening.